On behalf of everyone in Auntie's family, I want to thank our hosts for securing this wonderfully austere venue to begin our negotiations for peace. That said, it is deeply regrettable that matters on Golden Ridge have not been resolved. But I will now graciously allow the Vicar Laureate and his fellow shareholders the floor.
Madam Vice President, I and my fellow counselors share those grievances, but we are here in good faith. Peace between us will allow us to contend with the rifts, the true threat.
Be still, Cadre. But don't let this interloper out of your sight. It's you, is it not? The one Agent DeVries warned me to expect? Well, see here. If you intend to stop me, you're far too late. I certainly don't wish it. Yet my health is of far less import than ensuring our mission success. I've already cleared the way for my associates into the station.
We need answers, now. How we extract those answers, I'll leave up to you, Commander. Personally, I'd start with the knees.
You'll do no such thing. My willpower is stout, my loyalty unshakable. And even if by some low chance you could extract my knowledge, you'll never truly understand. If our deaths buy Agent DeVries and our comrades the time they need, so be it. You're mistaken if you think we'd make it easy for you. We're trained, I'd have you know, with guns and the art of fisticuffs. But it doesn't matter what you do. The rest of our team is pushing forward. Agent DeVries is right. The only way to save us from destruction is to save the Order from itself. Now we're just talking in circles. To arms, Cadre! For the Order!
Give the order in, I'll take care of him, Commander.
Hey, got a distraction for you. Over here. Free hole in the head.
Struck down. DeVries' plans are up on the monitor over here. Sloppy.
It seems your sovereign is regarded as being inept, shall we say?
I'd bet bits to Borstwurst. That's going to need a new fuse.
Years beyond his death, he and his ilk won't anticipate an alliance.
He's not my sovereign.
Yes, right. Well, landing a strike against the protectorate in this state will be something like wrangling a galloping breadworm.
I am unfamiliar, but I presume that to mean it will be without exertion? If so, then you are perhaps even more ignorant of Arcadia than I calculated. The Sovereign, guide him, is as ineffective as you've suggested, but his advisor, the Consul, is not. These executions, these impulsive attacks are solely his influence.
So, your previous sovereign was rather draconian himself, if your own history books are to be believed. Do not act like the current rot emerged from nowhere.
I could perhaps say the same for you and your reputation for putting profits over people. But instead, I suggest we pivot our discussion back to the real matter at hand.
Looks like those mechs are on their side. Shame.
Secure the visual.
Proceeding to attack. Hostile proximity.
Mark my supposition. You will see.
Locked and loaded. Just get the signal.
After some quick mental calculations, I do see merit in your last declaration. It was astonishingly logical, in fact.
How charming that I've surprised an esteemed man such as yourself. In turn, I wish to thank you for toning down your bloviating. I feared we'd still be here next fiscal quarter.
Yes, you must be quite busy between product launches and accounting bits. But I will be here as long as it takes to ensure the order isn't taken advantage of by duplicitous actors.
turn our attentions once more to Golden Ridge. Our troops still demand answers for the unprovoked attack on Outpost Opportunity. What will you do to resolve this?
Firstly, I'd like to re-establish that we, the Order, did not attack. A rogue proctor by the name of Svoboda did. Her dastardly plot was revealed, and she was promptly executed.
So the Order is capable of decisive action. I had doubts after... Monastery. Even though the hackers this crime happened under your person.
I would remind you that the innocents survived because of our quick and accurate analysis of the situation. I do not appreciate insinuations that we allow chaos to run rampant on our watch. Chances are high that any erratic variable is a result of your people's meddling in our affairs.
Ridiculous.
I'd like to discuss your efforts on Paradise Island. We may have no physical presence there, but we are ever watchful. Our observations suggest that matters have been delicate.
The Protectorate's accursed relay destroyed our peaceful, liberated town of Fairfield. Their madness killed many and crushed our productivity.
A tragedy. One that could have been foreseen. Perhaps it is for the best, then, that you did not manage to bring the refugees of Westport to your door? Yes, we heard of that, too. According to my analysis, neither of our parties has enough goodwill to proceed directly. Alliance. A swift end to the war is highly improbable.
You had to run a quaint predictive model to come to that conclusion? Did your numbers give any insight into making this war worth my
The
while?
utility Atrium. My records do not indicate that any authorized personnel remain aboard the station. But I am programmed to exchange wares for monetary compensation for whosoever seeks it. This sector's long-departed personnel seem to make good use of the...
Good spot for what I used to call opportunistic field resupply and intelligence acquisition. Or a quick ransacking.
By my estimation, if we formed an alliance, say, within the next month, we would see returns.
Investigating hostile intentions.
Do explain, how did you arrive at this estimation? What model did you utilize? Which metrics?
You see, I'm renowned for my ability to read a room, as we call it in my business, where common sense meets observational data, you might say.
Good spot for what I used to call opportunistic field resupply and intelligence acquisition. Or a quick ransacking.
I'm starting to get an eerie feeling, like someone's got their lamps on us.
Let me know if you need a distraction. He'll go no further, Infidel. This next shot won't miss.
Slow,
Escalating aggression by 3.8%.
Commander, watch your back!
Standing by to stupefy.
What are you doing down there? Don't move.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
How are you still upright over there?
Have you given up? What are you doing down there? Fine then. Cross that bridge and see how well you fare.
If you care at all about the delegates' lives, we should push on. DeVries is on the 3rd floor. I don't like the elevator as a means up there, but seems we have little choice.
We came here in good faith to offer a merger, an alliance. And yet, our parties will still be at each other's throats by the end of this. Is this really what you want?
It'd be foolish to even consider an alliance when you so clearly wish to bend Arcadia to Auntie's will. Should the fighting intensify, and it shall, it will be due to your pride. Presiding Bishop Mufasar already possesses the foresight necessary to lead a colony and better its people.
Might as well be served up on a platter. We don't have much time.
In accord.
Foresight is nice, yes, but what about the entrepreneurial mind? We may have lost our brightest when Fairfield was destroyed, but there are promising employees right.
You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander.
It's over, Augustine. Nowhere left to run. No more lies you can peddle or people you can burn. Your rewards come due.
Abara, I was unaware of your survival until recently. Believe it or not, I was happy you survived. But to see you still seeking solace in the Commander's shadow is disappointing. You could have done anything with your life. Shrugged off the bad memories. But now you're both here to meddle. Law knows why. Yes, your pedestrian little threat. If you think I was shaken to receive it, you're sorely mistaken. I've no interest in continuing this little reunion. What happened in Horizon Point, well, I had no choice but to do as I did. And I'm prepared to do the same again. These delegates you came to save, I'm killing them both, and any hope for peace will die along with them. This is the only way if we hope to close the rifts before it's too late. Well, it certainly didn't take long for your insolence to rear its ugly head. Taking one life or two, or losing my own, matters not, so long as I complete my mission. The one I started, but the Order saw fit to abandon. You don't know the half of it. It's in your best interest, Commander, to hear me out. I am doing everything with what little power I have to stop the rifts from destroying the galaxy. I am so close. With the right data and the prototype rift modulator hidden away in a protectorate lab on Praetor, the Order could finally figure out how to control the rifts. But like the protectorate before them, Auntie's Choice must never have access to that technology. You should. We can't let Auntie's ilk obtain the prototype or the rift data from the Earth Directorate's satellite. Combining them means they'd have the power to control the rifts. The Order alone should have this power. They can be trusted to close the rifts. But if they share this knowledge with Auntie's Choice, the entire galaxy's existence will be at risk. You know who these corporatists are, how they deal with their competitors. Imagine now how a war spurred by greed might be won when fought with rifts instead of guns. You see? The Order must not sacrifice their principles for a childish attempt at peace. If they don't complete the mission they started, everything I have done will have counted for nothing.
Enough! Just enough, Augustine. I can't listen to any more of these excuses. I've got all the answers I needed, Commander. She's gone over the threshold and ain't no bringing her back. Best we make this quick, before she can hurt anyone else.
You think you have it in you to pull the trigger, Ibarra?
Had 10 years to practice. Give the order, Commander. Commander, this is for Wade. For Eric and Helen. And for everyone else's futures you tried to burn.
Do what you must.
Investigating hostile. Good riddance.
Against that rift for long. We need to get back to the incognito now.
Impendingly disastrous to imminently catastrophic. This seems... well, we should run.
That rift's not getting any smaller. Come on, Commander, up and puff it!
This is an urgent message for all Earth Directorate agents. The spatial rift situation has deteriorated significantly. The rifts threatening a majority of our colonies and our Earth Directorate bases, including this one, have entered their final stages. If you see a rift that looks like this, you are in grave danger. You have at most a matter of months before everything in your local system is destroyed. The seriousness of this situation cannot be overstated. Therefore, Directive Alpha Omega is hereby invoked. You are fully authorized to do everything in your power to find a way to close the rifts. Along with this message, the entirety of our rift data has been sent to your local surveillance satellite. Analyze this data. Law willing, you will find a way to unlock any secrets it has resisted yielding to us. The fate of humanity now depends on you.
Acknowledging receipt of emergency mission parameters update, including activation of Directive Alpha Omega. Commander is now released from any and all agent guidelines. The full parameters are as follows. The agent has full authority to handle the mission in any manner they see fit. No exceptions. The extreme nature of stated emergencies supersedes any other considerations. I have also detected competing priorities in the new mission objectives. The surveillance data from the satellite confirms DeVries's assertion of a prototype modulator on Praetor that may be used to manipulate rifts. Acquisition is required to be able to bypass any new or existing miniature ground-level rift anomalies you may encounter. You are also tasked with finding a way to process the Earth Directorate rift data. The archive computer on Cloister would be best suited to this purpose. The prototype rift modulator is located within the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center. Information on the center indicates it is a laboratory dedicated to the study of rifts. Reaching the lab may involve violence. A Protectorate blockade has been erected between our designated landing pad and the center. The Archive is the largest and most powerful computer in existence. It is built into the moon of Cloister, and was built by the Order of the Ascendant with the Matriarch's input. Control over the Archive has changed several times since the invasion. Currently, the Protectorate has possession of it. Conclusion: the Archive will not be easily accessible. Studies have shown that popular cakes, such as those produced by Auntie's Choice, often contain greater amounts of allowable defects, such as hair, insects, and mammalian excreta. Consumption of such products is not recommended. Both Auntie's Choice and the Order have previously controlled the Archive, and may be open to working with you to regain access. Seeking their assistance is recommended. Coincidentally, both delegates also escaped the station and have sent messages expressing gratitude. It seems they feel they owe you their lives and have asked to meet with you at their respective headquarters. Returning to mission objectives. Do you have a preference for which to pursue first, Commander? Acknowledged. Due to the rift's expansion, both Cloister and Praetor show a high preponderance of miniature rifts. Proceed with caution. It is worth noting that the Order of the Ascendant is headquartered on Cloister. You have also received a message from Auntie's Choice. This unit can relay its contents now, should you wish. The message has also been sent to your private terminal. Greetings, morally gray potential contractor. You've been pre-selected for membership in Auntie's Choice Esteemed and Valuable Disposable Agent Program. Report on board the ACS Undisputed Claim for details on this exciting opportunity. Signed, Auntie Cleo. It appears you now have permission to visit Auntie's Choice headquarters aboard its flagship, Commander. You may use the astrogator to navigate there at any time.
So, that's it then. DeVries dead, justice served. Galaxy still needs saving, but we'll get to that. I can almost hear Helen now, spouting off about how it took us long enough. I once thought DeVries the upper limit of what an agent could be. Certainly everything I aspired to be. Tough, brave, smart. And now she's dead. By our hand. Thought I'd feel relief or something akin to it. But mostly I just feel unbalanced. Like a mech with gimbals on the fritz. DeVries earned her grave, sure enough. So why does killing her feel like... hell, I don't know. Putting out a star? Just me, then. Great. Don't suppose you have any advice on how to move forward from here? Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander. I hear you. Appreciate you making time to listen to me jawing on about all this. Might need a few to work through my thoughts, but I'll be ready for whatever comes next. Don't you fret.
Moment of your time, Commander. Remember that matter on Cloister I mentioned earlier? Well, since we're here and all, thought we might take it up now. Might be hard to believe, but 20 or so odd years ago, I made a mistake. Feels like high time I righted it. Now I'm out and about again. For many years now, a former colleague of mine's been in a remote spot called Reasons Pass, on account of my decision. I try not to think about regret or remorse. I shut down her work. I was wrong. Stating that out loud is the furthest extent of my self-castigation. Her research was unconventional, surely. She was as well. I think with both, we could right things, get the Order back on its intended path. Do appreciate it, Commander.
Man, it's cold as an icebox out here. Don't suppose huddling for warmth's an option?
These temporary indignities of the body are nothing contrasted to the Order's future. Keep those eyes open, soldiers. Corneal frostbite be damned.
Personalized order prediction yet? I'll admit to a bit of trepidation in regards to opening mine. Use caution as you progress. There's been reports of response in the area.
Ready to waste. On your command.
Variable scale of 1 to 100. 1 being entirely pain-free, and 100 being the worst pain you can imagine.
There is far too much variability in that scale. The amount of pain I